You think things are fine, but everything has you stressed out. Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have an interesting video that I wanted to share with y'all. A few months back, last June, I was a part of the orientation team, and one of the exercises that we did was we sat down and we all wrote letters to ourselves that our intern at the time took back with him, and he then mailed them all out, you know, this so and long later. And this was an activity that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed doing this activity. I think that there was a lot out of it, and I was like really looking forward to getting this letter done. So I brought this to my fraternity, and I suggested we do the same thing. With me today, I have two letters that are, you know, both from not a year ago fully, but you know, one was written at the beginning of the academic year, and one was written at the end of the last academic year. Both pretty far away. I don't remember what I wrote, but I am excited to read them for you guys today. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I do not remember what I wrote. I feel like I have recollection of writing about some things that I don't necessarily want to talk about on the internet. So if I come across something that I don't want on YouTube, I'm just either gonna edit it out or I'm gonna mute the sound. Who knows? But I do know that I'm just gonna kind of read this. I'll respond to it as I read it, and we'll see what happens. Dylan, hey, how you doing a year from now? I'm sure you'll remember writing this, but not what you said. Which is true. I do remember writing it, but I don't remember what I said. Oh, and boy, you better be recording this for YouTube. Oh, you already know. How did your first summer of lead staff go? Did you find your voice? Last night you talked with Topher and Devin about not feeling like you can truly be you in lead staff. Do you remember? Yes, I do remember having this conversation. Throwback to the last video when I said I wasn't going to talk about my job. Now we're going to talk about my job. I had a conversation that night about how I felt like the whole, something just didn't feel right about me on lead staff. So essentially the way that our orientation works is there's our orientation pro staff, professional staff. And from there, she hired so many people. Beforehand, before she took the job, the woman who had it before her hired a lead staff of 7 people. And they were typically senior students, sometimes junior students, who worked in orientation before. You know, essentially they would work all summer with her and they would help her plan all of the things. When the new lady came in and took over the position, she decided to shrink the lead staff down to 4. So it was very competitive because, you know, instead of applying for a team of 7, you're applying for a team of 4. And I did get to be preview day coordinator for the orientation first year experience lead staff. This is genuinely one of my favorite experiences I've held. However, from the get-go, I didn't necessarily feel like I fit in. You know what I mean? Are you ever in a situation where you just feel like the odds are against you? Because that's how I felt. I just felt like the odds were against me, and that I was there because I was needed for numbers, not because I was needed for my ability, or not because I was needed for the things that I can bring to the table. It very much felt like a I need a team, so you're hired, not I want you on the team because I think you're gonna be good at it. And that's how I felt throughout the entire process. So I remember having a conversation with our NOTA intern and my fellow lead staff member, and they assured me that that wasn't necessarily the case and that there was a lot that I can bring to the table. So, you know, I do remember having this conversation. So did I apply for lead staff? Yes. Did I get the job? No. She basically told me straight up that she liked what I brought to the table when it came to orientation, but she didn't think I was motivated in office. The hot take is I was never given things to do in office. Or when I was given things to do, they were stupid, mundane tasks that were just busy work, essentially. I felt like I wasn't trusted with the work. And then it quickly got turned around to, you didn't enjoy your time in office. Well, that's because I didn't feel welcomed in office. You know what I mean? So there was a whole other thing. She wanted me to reapply to be an O-team leader instead. And I just helped you create, educate, and facilitate orientation training, and now you want me to go below that and then go through the same training that I helped make. So no, not doing that. Not doing orientation anymore. Hot take. So, did reapply for lead staff, did not get it. Did you get the positions you wanted? IFC president, no, did not get that. I was told that my schedule was too busy and that I need to take a step back from all of the things that I'm doing, which is fine. I have no bitter feelings about IFC at all. Orientation, on the other hand, a little bit, still a little salty. VP of Membership Development for Phi Mi Delta. No, I did not get that either because I didn't meet the grades. But I'm not too salty about that because I love being the philanthropy chair. So I absolutely love doing my philanthropy stuff. So at the end of the day, I'm still winning. We about to get deep. I'm gonna read this, but I'm not gonna read this to you because I know where this is gonna go. Oh, wait, that's kind of cute, and I kind of want to read it to you, but I'm talking about somebody else. And I don't want them to know I was talking about them. Big sad. Well, yes, we made it through preview days. No. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Spill the tea, sis? There's a lot of tea to spill, but that's not for today's video. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'll read this line. This line says, I hope you guys are at least friends. That's all you ever really wanted. The tea on that is, I feel like we're still not necessarily where I want to be, but that's fine. So, you know, progress is progress. So here we go. Back to things that I can ask. How's the YouTube channel? Are you famous yet? So the YouTube channel is doing all right. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. I'm so close. I am 12 subscribers away from being able to apply for the partnership program, which would mean the world to me. Am I famous yet? I do have some of y'all messaging me a lot, but you're just asking me questions about my Escape the Night party. So I don't know. I feel like we haven't reached famous at all. So no, we're not famous yet, but the YouTube channels are doing all right. How did your second Escape the Night party go? Who survived? Aw, LMAO. Okay. So I said, how did your second Escape the Night party go? Who survived? I hope it was Maddie and Andrew. Speaking of Andrew, did you get another little? So, hot take. The survivors were Andrew and Rebecca, not the survivors that I said I wanted in the letter. However, I'm not upset about how that Escape the Night party goes. I firmly believe that if Maddie didn't have to leave early, she would have survived. So that was the hot take on season 2, is a lot of people had to leave early and that's why they had to die when they did. But I really feel like if people were able, like if everybody was able to stay the whole night, then nobody would have died where they died. I genuinely think that Maddie did not do anything wrong that whole season. She did not make any bad blood. So I really feel like she would have made it. Did I get another little? No, recruitment did not go as planned. Escape the Night season 2 though went really, really well. Like really, really well. I think it's at like 12,000 views. Episode 1 is like, that's insane. That's insane. Now, if only all y'all would subscribe, we'd be set. I asked a lot of questions. Let me tell you about me now. Oh boy. I said, I feel like things are fine. I would like to think I'm doing all right. Work has me stressed. Love has me stressed. Friends have me stressed. How did that end up? Now I have to flip the page. You think things are fine, but everything has you stressed out. Okay. Oh. Okay. So I said, you know, you and Rebecca still friends? Not really. Yeah, I don't necessarily know what that was about. I feel like we definitely weren't fighting at the time. Me and Rebecca just fought on and off a lot. I don't even know what that would have been about. I feel like me and Rebecca were fine. Not that it really matters, because we're not really talking anymore, so it's fine. Anyway, I'm stressed for the future. There is so much I want, but nothing's guaranteed. Whatever it is you're doing now, I hope the future is more clear. Where are we going in life? Because right now, I have no damn clue. I hope the future looks bright. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel. You just gotta keep moving forward. Love you, yourself from the past. So, we still don't necessarily know where we're going. I guarantee you, at the time, I did not think that I would be this invested in tarot cards and psychic energy and spiritualism, so that's something new. Your love life didn't get any better at all. We still out here single as a Pringle. You still on your same dumb shit. You still are. It's fine. We thought we were over our dumb shit. We're not. We never will be. Nothing is guaranteed at all. And I actually was just writing a paper today that this made me think of. For class today, we had to write a response as to what actors are doing you know, as far as this whole like virus thing goes. And it really wasn't like that big of a paper. It was 2 paragraphs, barely even a page long. And I said, while I am heartbroken over losing a main stage opportunity, my part in Airband, and my first time production stage managing, I realized that this crazy world we live in offers no guarantees. I found that living each day in the present moment brings so many new adventures. When we focus too much on the future or spend too much time thinking about the past, we miss out on so many opportunities of the present. There will always be another opportunity, but we will only live this day once, so why not make the most of it? And if that's one thing that I can say this past year has like really helped me understand, is that like I need to stop focusing so much on the what ifs. And like, yes, I know where I want my future to go, and I know the things that I want in life, and I know like where I want to be in so long, but like if I just keep harping on it, nothing's gonna happen. But if I start living my best life today and I live my best life tomorrow, then, you know, in 10 years down the line, whether that is where I want to be or not, at least I'll know it's my best life. You know what I mean? So we've kind of like given up on hoping for the future, and now we're just going to kind of act for today and see where it takes us. So I can say that that's one thing that I have learned in the year. And, you know, me from the past, we still don't know what's going on. We still don't have our shit together, and that's fine. But I do agree that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel, and we do have to keep moving forward. The light gets brighter every step you take, and no, we're not out of the tunnel yet, but we're making a good path. So we'll keep trucking, my dude. So this one is actually a lot shorter. Let's see how this goes. So, Dylan, so you definitely stole this idea from Topher. Thank you, Topher. Yes, I did. This brotherhood has stressed you out already, and it's only week 3. You really do love them though. How's your GPA? Were you able to run for office? Did you get it? How's the fam? Did you take another little? Do you have a G yet? Oh, that was so many questions. Let's answer them. So like I said, no, did not get the GPA up. Was not able to run for office. Did get philanthropy chair, however, so it's fine. How's the fam? The fam is great. Yes, I do have a G little now, and I love him a lot, so the family is still growing. How was Fall Fest? Fall Fest was... Fall Fest. Loved the event, hated the planning. Beach party. Funny thing about beach party is I didn't get to go because Harmco went to the ICCAs. When I was writing this, we didn't even think we were going, so I do have to say, that was a pretty good thing that happened. Philanthropy week. So Philanthropy Week is not happening, Dylan from the past, because COVID-19. Thanks. What about IFC? Didn't get that position either. How is Dracula? Any other shows? Dracula was so much fun. And yes, there was other shows. We were supposed to be the main role in Seeds. We were going to play Percy Schmeiser, a cute old man who probably stole seeds and lied about it in court and started a whole farmer revolution about non-GMO foods. And it was going to be so much fun. We weren't too thrilled about the idea of stage makeup to make us look 73 years old, but we were still excited. We had a 3-page monologue, and honestly, the monologue is heartwarming because he gives this whole speech to the Supreme Court about how he just wants to make sure that farming is safe and something that he can pass on to his grandchildren. And he gives this whole powerful speech about legacy and what it means to be able to pass something on. And his whole fight was for something greater. It wasn't just about the seeds. Percy was fighting because he wanted to be able to say, you know, what he did on his land is his right, and nobody should be able to tell him what seeds he can harvest and what seeds he can plant. And you know, he just wanted to make sure that the farming scene was safe for him and safe for his grandchildren, and this was something that he wanted to pass down. And honestly, it was probably going to be one of our favorite roles that we've ever played, so I'm kind of disappointed. The beautiful coronavirus, who has swept the world by storm, has canceled it, so not doing that anymore. As you can see behind us, Pageant of Agitating Women was a fun show to be involved in because we got involved in it last minute because they needed help tech. So you actually signed yourself up to run tech for the first time. So you worked in the sound booth and you worked the PowerPoint screen. So that was a lot of fun. And then you were also going to be the production stage manager of Midsummer's Night's Dream for the Shakespeare show. And you only wanted to ASM, but they needed a PSM, so you said you would do it. We got the whole binder. We sat in on auditions. We got to listen as they did all the casting. And now that's canceled as well. That's how other shows are going. How's the dating scene? There isn't one. Honestly, there is so many questions I could ask. Either way, we're thriving right now, so hopefully you still are. Were we actually thriving though? Like, I feel like the other one also said I was thriving, and it didn't sound like I was thriving. I actually really didn't hate myself at this point in time though. You know what I mean? This was written September 22nd, 2019 at 10:17 p.m. This one wasn't as juicy. I was expecting this one to be more juicy. I don't know. Here we are, March 25th, 2020. And all those letters did was remind me of all the things that I was looking forward to that aren't happening anymore. So that's great. Are we really thriving? I think not. Either way, this was pretty cool. I don't know. I really liked this. I like this exercise. I like this a lot. And I think, you know, the best person to talk to is yourself sometimes. If you can't be real with yourself, who can you be real with? So, I don't know. This was a fun little exercise, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. But until next time, see you later.